it's Lisa and welcome to my week 3 vlog for the magical readathon. I'm very excited this week because we have some fun things happening for me personally this week, but also I am planning on doing a lot more reading this week. I think I said that last week and it wasn't entirely true, but this week I believe in myself. I will actually do more reading this week. It is now August 14th, which means we are almost halfway through the month, halfway through the magical readathon, and I still have 7 things to read. So like I said, I definitely want to do a lot more reading this week, and I think generally I don't have as much going on, as many plans in the second half of the month, so I will have some more time to do some reading, but still some fun things happening. Tomorrow is my birthday, which is very exciting, but I also feel like this is the first year where I'm just like, yeah, it's my birthday, but also like, eh. I don't know, part of me is like, I am still a Leo, so I do like some of the birthday attention, but then another part of me is also like, it's fine, I don't know. I'm excited though because I am seeing the Jonas Brothers tomorrow, so that is a great B-Day present, plus the fact that Joe Jonas also has the same birthday as me, so kind of a sleigh of us to be in the same room together on our shared birthdays. Especially because 8-year-old me thought that that meant we were soulmates, and like, I don't think I'm still convinced that that's not the case. Like, I think we are soulmates still. But also him and Sophie Turner, love them. So like, if it's not me, it can be her. So yeah, it'll be a fun day. It'll be a fun birthday because I'm seeing the Jonas Brothers, but you know, the fact that I'm turning 25 is kind of causing me to have a little bit of a crisis, so I'm not thinking about it, and I'm thinking about the Jonas Brothers instead. So yes, my birthday and the Jonas Brothers are happening both tomorrow, and then hopefully the rest of the week I will be able to do some more reading. So right now I am currently reading A Man Called Uwe by Frederick Bachman. I'm a little over halfway. I'm on chapter 22, page 191, so I'm hoping to finish this over the next couple of days. I am listening to the audiobook, and the speed, I think I'm listening to it on 2.5 speed because I'm listening while reading along, and I think I have like an hour and a half on that speed left of the audiobook, so I honestly think I could maybe even finish it tonight, but we'll see. I'm making no promises. But I am enjoying it. It is a very emotional read. There are some very emotional, sad things happening, but there's also some like cuter, lighthearted moments. I think, you know, the connections that Uwe is making, even though he is this grumpy old man who's very sad and has a lot of sad things happening to him in his life just in general and like at the past, but also there are some connections that he's making now that are a little bit more sweet and like are bringing some joy to this book as well. So it is very emotional. I'm a little scared to keep going. I haven't cried yet reading this book. I feel like it's gonna happen. It's coming upon us that I will start crying. It just hasn't happened yet. But yeah, this is still going well, and I'm hoping to finish this, like I said, early on in the week. If not tonight, maybe. We'll see. And then that will be my second prompt completed for my magical readathon career, my calling, which is the Star Whisperer calling. So I'm hoping that I can pick up the pace after that. I'm hoping to get like maybe like halfway through all of the prompts I have to complete by the end of this vlog, but we'll see. Especially now that we're like halfway through the month, halfway through the readathon, I want to be like halfway through my TBR, so we'll see if I'm able to do that. But yeah, very excited for my birthday, Jonas Brothers, doing some reading. I think it's going to be a good week, so welcome to week 3 of the magical readathon, and I will check in once I have some more reading updates. This book is stupid. Well, hello. It is officially my birthday. What's up? And I did get a package in the mail, and I thought, we're making an assumption it's a birthday gift because I haven't ordered anything, so I thought we could unbox it together. I actually think I have something in our mailbox as well from Darian, so I think I'm gonna have to acquire that at some point today and also open that and show what Darian got me. Very excited to see what the prizes are. But yeah, obviously I'm not presentable yet. I think I might start getting ready for the concert soon, even though It is 12:30 in the afternoon. I just want to be able to get ready and take my time and enjoy the day. So I think I might get ready soon. Obviously, we're not there yet, but imagine if I did wear my Taylor Swift shirt to the Jonas Brothers concert tonight. I will say, I don't know what's going to happen to me when they sing Much Better. I'm going to lose my mind when I hear that, but it's going to be great. But yeah, I thought we could unbox whatever this is because I'm assuming it is a birthday gift and it's my birthday. Okay, I'm going to open it. I'm going to open it and see if I can find the note before I actually look at what's inside of the box. I feel like sometimes I do that though, and the note spoils what the gift is, but that's okay. I want to know who it's from first. Okay, well, I see it's gift wrapped, so there's no way I'm going to be able to be spoiled anyways. Happy birthday, bestie. I hope you have the bestest birthday. I'm down to buddy read this one if you want. Love you, from Casey. I mean, I assumed it was going to be from Casey. What is it going to be? What could we buddy read? Casey's read everything, so what do I have on my wish list that she hasn't read? Most of my wish list is just books Casey has told me to read. She hasn't read this? That's a thinker. We got The Sword of Kaigen by M.L. Wang. I wanted to read this for so long. I've heard such great things about it. Thank you so much, Casey. And we will definitely have to buddy read this because I'm gonna probably need help. This is a chonky book. I'm gonna need some motivation. Wow, thank you so much, Casey. I'm gonna have to text you right now. Thank you so much. So excited. I love books. Oh, also, I'm gonna have to show you what my mom made for my, like, Jonas Brothers birthday concert gift thing. Even though I knew about it, it was gonna be a surprise. Me and my sister ended up telling her that I knew about it this whole time, but she still made a cute little card to tell me about the concert and, like, to share my seats and stuff, so I'll have to show that. But yeah, okay. That's it. I think I'm gonna go actually have some lunch and then maybe start getting ready for the concert and for the B-Day festivities. Okay, I didn't end up recording my reaction to Darian's gift, which was a flop on my part because, first of all, we got these very cute stickers that are very me, and I think these just came as little extra freebies. The lighting isn't very good, but this is the shop on Etsy if you want to check them out. But so cute. Love them. But then she also got me this, which, can you see what it looks like? Let me spread it out. So it is a pink Eras Tour sweatshirt from an Etsy shop. I don't know what the shop is exactly because I didn't come with like a card or anything, but it is embroidered to look like the blue sweatshirt, like crew neck sweatshirt that everyone was going cuckoo bananas over. And I have the hoodie version because I wasn't waiting in line for hours to get one that didn't have a hood. So she got me a cute little Etsy made one that's pink, which I love. And then there is the cutest little detail of, it said, oh, focus. It says Gillette Stadium and then the 2 dates that I went to on the arm, on the sleeve. Is that not the most thoughtful, cutest gift you have ever seen? I'm going to live in this. And when you see me in this in like every single video from here on out, mind your business. So thank you so much, Darian. I'm overwhelmed. What if I faced this? That's an idea. Look at the lighting. But yes, thank you so much, Darian. That is like the most thoughtful, kindest gift I've ever received. I love it so much. I love the stickers too. Obviously, that really speaks to me as a person. Taylor Swift, pink, and stickers. Stickers of cats. You couldn't have covered my personalities better.
This song's for anyone who's ever felt misunderstood. Sing this out. I think it's time we sing a song together for our good man Jonas here. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. It's all about me today. It's all about me. Cake by the Boston, huh? Jack, thank you. Well, thank you for the card. I love it. Love you all. Thanks for hanging out with me on my birthday.
Okay, the phone is bouncing in a very precarious situation, so if this doesn't fall, I will be impressed. But hello, it is now the next day. The birthday and the birthday festivities have come to an end, but it was such a good day yesterday. I had such a good birthday. The Jonas Brothers concert was so much fun. In case you do not know, they are doing like 5 albums in one night. So they're literally going through the 5 albums that they've released, and they're singing every single song from these albums every single night of this tour. And as someone who was a very big Jonas Brothers fan many moons ago, back in the day, but then has also continued to be a fan with their new albums, like, it is just really cool to be able to go through all of these albums, especially because I never saw them back in the day when I was in like my biggest Jonas Brothers phase. I saw them for the first time in 2019, and that, like, in and of itself made me feel like I was fulfilling a childhood dream just by seeing them. But this tour specifically, like, I heard all of the songs from those albums and it was just really cool. Like, I never got to go to those tours, so there were a lot of songs from those albums that I didn't hear when I saw them a couple years ago. Actually, it's more than a couple. 2019 was 4 years ago. That's disgusting. So yeah, it was just really cool, really special, and also just like kind of weird to hear these songs that like I've grown up listening to live. It was just such a cool moment, and they didn't perform like every single song in full. They did a lot of medleys, but like I think that that was the move, to be able to hear at least a bit of every single song. And me and my sister finally heard Shelf live. We really wanted them to add it to the set list a few years ago, and it made it this time. There was only like a bit of it, but like we still heard it. So that was probably my favorite part of the night. But yeah, it was so much fun. And obviously it was also Joe Jonas's birthday, so they sang happy birthday to him. Felt like they were singing to me as well. And after we sang happy birthday to him, he also like said like shout out to the people and like happy birthday to the people whose birthday it also is today. So he also said happy birthday to me, which is just very iconic. But yeah, it was just such a fun show, and I'm so happy we got to go. And it was just such a fun way to spend my birthday, especially like the Jonas Brothers feels so nostalgic for me. And so to like hear these songs that I grew up listening to through multiple years of my life on my birthday, it was like I could be more reflective about this, but I'm just gonna scream the lyrics to Love Bug instead of processing this. But it was just a cool way to like spend a birthday having those like nostalgic feelings. So yeah, it was so much fun. But now that the birthday festivities and those things are done, we can just proceed into the rest of this vlog. More reading hopefully will be happening. Hopefully I will be doing some reading. I actually do have some reading updates for you all. I actually have finished 2 things for the Magical Readathon since the last time we chatted. I did end up finishing A Man Called Uwe by Frederick Bachman, and I really did enjoy this. I gave it 4 stars. I definitely think Frederick Bachman has a way of writing stories about people and human emotions, and I feel like he's just very good at tugging on your heartstrings. And I mean, this is only the 2nd book I've read from him, but I feel like both this and Anxious People, which is the other one I read, just, I don't know, like the commentary on humans and connections and friendships, and I don't know, just the way he writes about it is very emotional. And I will say, like, there definitely were moments throughout this book where I got like teary-eyed, but I wasn't crying. And I got to the point where I was like, I was so close to finishing this book, and I was like, am I gonna get through this book without sobbing? Like, how is that possible? Everyone sobs reading this book. I cry over everything. There's no way I'm gonna be able to get through this without crying. I was just so confused. I was like, why haven't I sobbed yet? Well, I just had to give it time. I ended up crying a lot. The last like couple of chapters of this book, or like the last chapter of this book, it's really emotional. It's a lot of feelings that I had, and I did end up crying a lot, so I understand. Good news. I cried just like everybody else. But yes, I did really enjoy this. Like I said, I gave it 4 stars. I don't know why. I think Anxious People I also gave 4 stars, even though I think I cried reading that book too. And I do really like his writing in the way, again, like he touches on and discusses like different relationships and friendships and human connection and all of these things. Like I do like the way he writes about it, but there's just something about both of these books that just didn't give me 5-star feelings. Like, I don't know what it is about it, but I didn't get the 5-star feelings. And also I will say, could have done without the fat phobic comments that go unchallenged throughout this book. Like that felt very unnecessary, and so every time that would happen, that would kind of like take me out of it and go, oh, okay, don't love that. So I think that is one thing that definitely like kept me back from giving it a 5-star, but also it just didn't really give me those 5-star feelings. But I did really enjoy it, and I'm definitely gonna have to watch the movie adaptations because there are 2. There's one, I think it came out in 2015. I was just looking it up because I was curious about how long ago it came out. I think it was 2015. And then there's also the one that came out, I think last year, with Tom Hanks. And I'm curious to see how they're done and if they're different and if I prefer one to the other. I feel like I don't know if I'm ready to watch an adaptation of this book quite yet because this was so emotional. I feel like I need to give myself some time to recover, and then I'll watch one and then give myself some time to recover and watch the other one. But definitely interested to see how they adapted it. I definitely think the one with Tom Hanks, like a lot of the character names are different. It definitely is a different vibe. I think they kind of like, I think they set the book like in the States, which is not where this book is taking place. So it is definitely different. So I'm interested to see how it's done. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch those at some point, but probably gonna give myself some time to emotionally recover from actually reading the story. But yes, I completed this, 4 stars, and this also completed the O grade for the astronomy class. And then I also ended up reading The Lost Sisters by Holly Black, and this completed the Q grade for the astronomy class as well. And that prompt was, I think, to read a book from a series that has completed. So I think the Cruel Prince series has ended. Like I said, there are more books set in that world that Holly Black's writing, but it's a different series, so I say it counts. But yes, I read The Lost Sisters, which is like a novella that is basically Taryn's perspective of the events from The Cruel Prince. And Taryn is Jude's twin sister, and Jude is the main character. So you kind of see what was going through Taryn's head and what she was kind of thinking and how she was kind of justifying her actions throughout the first book in her head. Like it just kind of gives an explanation as to what she was thinking. I still don't like her. I still feel like her justifications for what was going on, I was like, girly, what are we doing here? So yeah, I still don't really like her, but it was interesting to hear her perspective. And it was also good, I think, to kind of get a refresher on what happened in The Cruel Prince as well. I did end up reading a summary of what happened in The Cruel Prince before reading The Lost Sisters, and then reading The Lost Sisters, I definitely feel like I get the full picture and remember what happened in The Cruel Prince. So now I feel like I need to go into the 2nd and 3rd books in the series like soon so that I actually remember what I've read. That's the problem with starting so many series. I feel like I've started so many and now I've waited so long to continue on that the pea brain starts to forget details. But now I feel like everything is fresh in my brain. I remember everything. So I definitely need to pick up is the Wicked King the 2nd one? Yeah, because then it's the Queen of Nothing. Yes. So I need to pick up the Wicked King soon so that I can actually remember what I'm reading. But yeah, I ended up giving that, what did I give that? 3 stars? I think I gave it 3 stars. Like it's fine, but I just don't like Taryn. So I didn't love reading from her perspective. And I think I gave The Cruel Prince like 3.5 stars. And the more I think about it, I'm like, maybe it is more of a 4 because I did enjoy it. But yeah, I definitely didn't like the short story more than The Cruel Prince. So I didn't want to give it a higher rating than The Cruel Prince. So gave that 3 stars. But now the 3 grades that I had to get for the astronomy class are completed. So now the astronomy class is now completely done. Very happy about that. I've now completed 3 of the 8 books that I need to read for the Magical Readathon. Now I have to decide what I'm going to pick up next, which is tricky because I have no idea what I want to read. I know for some of the prompts I had specific books picked out. Some of them I had some options for, but of the ones that I am like definitely reading, I have Bitter Blue by Kristen Gashore on my TBR, Writers and Lovers by Lily King, and Beyond the Black Door by A.M. Strickland. So I know for sure those are some of my options. And then the other two classes I kind of had a few different options for. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm in the mood for. I also haven't picked up Nine of Swords by Brooklyn Quintana in like probably a week. So I feel like I need to read some of that so I can actually make some progress in that and get it done. So maybe I'll read some of that while I decide what I'm in the mood for. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm in the mood to read a fantasy when I'm already reading a fantasy with Nine of Swords. But at the same time, like, I feel like leaving all of the fantasies for the end may not be the wisest choice. Because Bitter Blue is not like a small book. It's a pretty long book. I guess I could check. It is 539 pages. So I feel like leaving this for like the end of the readathon may not be wise. So am I in the mood for this yet? I don't know. I don't know what I'm in the mood for. So we will be picking up something next because I definitely want to keep making progress in my magical readathon TBR, but I'm just not sure what yet. So we'll see. It could be this. It could be Beyond the Black Door. It could be Writers and Lovers. It could be some of the other things that I didn't even mention because I still don't know when I'm reading for those classes. But honestly, we'll just have to wait and see because I don't know yet. This is the problem sometimes with being a mood reader. There's just too many options and I don't know what I'm in the mood for. Right, friends, hello. It is now Thursday evening. I have a quick little update for you. Also, I'm wearing my new sweatshirt that Darian got me for my birthday. I basically got like a very brief chill this afternoon and I was like, oh, it's time to put the new sweatshirt on. But I did want to update reading wise because I have started an audiobook that I'm counting for the readathon. I don't remember what class it's for, but it's for the prompt to read a book that takes place in the future. So I started listening to How High We Go in the Dark by Sequoia Nagamatsu, I believe is the name. But I started that last night. I only read the first chapter, but it is a book that is spanning 100 years and it's like following this pandemic. It's not necessarily short stories, but it kind of reads that way because you're following a bunch of different characters and you're seeing like how this pandemic affects all these different people over all of these years. And I'm not gonna lie, the first chapter did have me feeling a little anxious. I do feel like when you're reading about like the world falling apart, it's a little bit of a downer. It's a little bit of an anxiety inducing scenario. So that wasn't like a super great start. Like I'm liking the writing and everything so far, but it's just, it was a little like, oh, that's a little alarming. But yeah, I don't remember what class it's for. Maybe Lisa in editing can put it on the screen, or I'll probably say it at some other point in this vlog as well. But yeah, I'm gonna read that for that prompt. And then I still haven't picked a physical read because I'm still reading Nine of Swords by Brooklyn Quintana, which is a book that I've been making my way through since July. And I'm currently, well, I just read a few pages, but I'm now on 524, which is the middle of a chapter. But I think I have like 250-ish, maybe a little less, 240 pages left of this book. And I realized if I read like 60 pages of this book a day, I will have it done by the end of this vlog, which I know I always make these plans of certain pages I'm going to read certain days and I'm going to finish things by the end of vlogs. And half the time I am wrong and that doesn't end up happening. But the end of this book is in sight. And because I've been reading this for so long, I do really want to get it done. And then I can focus just on the books on my magical readathon TBR. Where I'm at right now, like this whole book is kind of leading up to, I know I've explained what this book is about before. You are following a character named Finn who starts attending this military academy and he's like 12 years old. And the kids in his class and like the class above him, like the grade above him, at the end of the year are going to be competing in these very dangerous, life-threatening games, which, you know, what's a school without life-threatening situations? But yeah, they get split up into these teams to go through these games in this like competition. And I love like a competition element in a book. So where I'm at right now, that has like finally just started. Like the start of the games has like just begun. So I'm feeling like the rest of the book might go a bit more quickly because I'm going to be really interested in what's going on. And I do feel like the second half of this book has been a lot more engaging for me. I feel like a lot of the information we were kind of learning and all of the characters we were getting to know and everything that was being like laid out in the first half that was making it feel a little bit more slow. Now all of those things are starting to connect in the second half. And obviously like we don't have all the answers to everything that Finn is trying to figure out, but things are starting to be hinted at a little bit more. Things are kind of coming back around. Things are starting to make a bit more sense. So I feel like the second half has just been a lot more interesting in general, but now that we've reached the game aspect of it, I feel like I'm going to really enjoy this part. So I'm hoping that I can get this done in the next 4 days, but we will see. I think the only plans that I have for the weekend are a birthday party for my cousin's 1-year-old. So I think that that's it. I think that's all I have going on. Also, I don't know if it sounds wrong, but like my voice is still struggling to keep up. I was doing a lot of screaming at the 5 Seconds of Summer and Jonas Brothers concerts, and then I was talking all day on Sunday at the bridal shower, and my voice is still really struggling, which is really not fun. But hopefully it will start to get better in the next couple of days. I don't know. It's really annoying me, actually. But anyway, my plan is to finish 9 of Swords, hopefully in the next 4 days, read 60 pages a day, and I should be able to do it. And maybe I'll pick up another physical book to read for the readathon on top of finishing 9 of Swords. But I feel like at this point, the end of 9 of Swords is in sight, so I feel like trying to focus on that and getting that done might be wise. And I also am pulling a hair. I think, in good shape. I feel confident that I'll be able to finish my TBR, but I definitely feel like I'm going to be reading until the last possible moment, which I feel like is kind of just me with readathons all the time, so it's nothing different. Well, hello. Long time no chat. I feel like it's been months since we've last talked. I don't know why it feels like I updated you guys so long ago, but it's now Monday of the next week, so I'm gonna end this vlog here, start on next week's, but I wanted to give some final reading updates. I did not do as much reading this weekend as I'd hoped, which I feel like is just everything that I say. I just keep saying that every vlog, but I had a good reason. My family threw me a surprise party on Saturday, which they did spill the beans about like the day before. I found out Friday night that that was happening, so this family isn't very good at keeping secrets. But yeah, obviously like all day Saturday I went to my cousin's baby's birthday party, and then the rest of the day was at my own party, so I was a little busy. So I did do some reading though. I think I've discussed that I started How High We Go in the Dark by Sequoia Nagamatsu. I think like exactly 50% of the way through the audiobook for that. And this book kind of reads like a short story collection where you're following this pandemic over the span of like 100 years, and you're following different characters, and you see how it affects these people and how it affects people over that much time. And you see like the first short story is like when it kind of starts, and then you see it kind of evolve through each story, and there's like ways that they connect to, like there's certain characters that get like mentioned or are in other short stories. So it is interesting. It's very like, I don't know, kind of anxiety inducing. You know, after we went through our own pandemic, you know, in recent times, and it's obviously COVID is still a thing. It didn't just wither away after 2020. It's still happening. But you know, after going through that, reading about this pandemic, it's like, ooh, I can almost see these things happening. It's just, I don't know. Sometimes it like stresses me out, and also sometimes it's very, very sad. There's also been some short stories that have been very weird. The one with like the pig, if you've read it, you probably know what I'm talking about. What was up with that? It was also like, that one was kind of sad, but it was also like, I'm crying, but I'm also confused. So I've definitely been having some like mixed feelings on them, but I think overall I am liking it. And like I said, I'm like 50% of the way through that. So I definitely think I'll be finishing up that audiobook in next week's vlog. And then I also did read some more of 9 of Swords. I know I was saying I was going to try and read like 60 pages a day and get it done by the end of the weekend, but listen, I didn't know that I was going to have a surprise party to attend. So I'm on chapter 32. page 649. There's 760 pages in this book. So we are in the final stretch. 111, right? I think that's the math. Pages left of this book. I will be finishing this next week. I ideally want to finish it today. That is the goal, because I'm just so close to the end. I want to see how it wraps up. I also would like to move on to some other like physical reads for the Magical Readathon. So this is still going good. I'm still enjoying it. I feel like right now where they're kind of at the end of the year games, which has been what we've been building up to this whole book, and seeing them face these different trials and experience these different like kind of scary, life-threatening things, and seeing like them taking what they've learned throughout the year and applying it to these situations. It's very interesting, and yeah, I'm excited to see how it all wraps up, because there is a sequel to this. I honestly don't know how many books there's going to be in this series in total, but this does feel like a series that could go on for quite a while, so I'm interested to see how it wraps up and like eventually get into the sequel as well. But yeah, I did, you know, make progress in this, so I'm excited that I'm getting close to the end with this, and I'm excited to see how it all wraps up. But yeah, I think honestly those are all the updates. Oh, I was going to show what I got from friends and family as gifts before I wrap up this vlog. So I did do a video where I filmed like what I got for my birthday, and I obviously didn't know that I was going to be getting more things over the weekend because, again, surprise party. So I'm gonna go and grab the prizes that I acquired over the weekend so I can share them with you all. So first and foremost, got some lovely cards. I think I showed the Jonas Brothers thing that my mom made on my birthday. And then I got some lovely cards. Also, one of my friends, she ordered me a card, and I guess it didn't come in time, so she used an Eras Tour postcard. And it's folklore. She probably did that on purpose. And I feel like I'm probably gonna have to put this like on my wall or something. One of my friends got me a Spotify premium gift card, which I didn't even know they did that, but that's kind of amazing. I've never had Spotify premium before, so I'm gonna be an ad-free Gorley. I knew once I would start a Spotify premium situation, I would probably just want to keep it, so I'm probably just gonna be a Spotify premium person forever now, but very excited to have this. Then I got some colorful pens from my aunt, and we did test all of them because they do write in the colors that they are, so the pink, teal, blue, and purple, and they're also like glittery, so they're very fun. And then she also got me this notebook, and oh, a Hallmark sticker just fell out of it. But this is so stunning, so I'm very excited to use this with my new pens. And then from my friend who gave me the Eras Tour postcard, she also got me a August themed cup. It says to live for the hope of it all, and it's so cute. She's the same person that got me the Karma is a Cat cup that I show a lot whenever I make like an iced latte, so I just know I'm just gonna constantly be switching between the two of these. I'm obsessed. And then finally, I got some Vans. I got some new white slip-on Vans. These are like my go-to shoe. You know how like cartoon characters, they're always in the same outfit? If I was a cartoon character, this would be the shoe that I'm wearing. I basically just live in these. I think they're so comfortable once I've broken them in, and they go with everything. And I've gone through, I think this is my third pair of white slip-on Vans, third or fourth. I've kind of put the other ones through it a little bit, so I am so excited to have some new ones. But yeah, I wanted to at least show them in somewhere because I did that whole video of what I got for my birthday, and then I didn't get to show these things, and I wanted to share my appreciation and also just show the very kind and thoughtful gifts with you all. So thank you again to family and friends for those gifts. Very excited to use them all. But okay, that's actually gonna be it for this vlog. That is everything I wanted to say. Let me know how you're doing with the Magical Readathon. At this point, when this vlog goes up, I think there's gonna be like a week left of the Magical Readathon, so let me know how you all are doing. I am starting to fear that I'm not going to read everything, but that's okay. I will find the time to complete all the prompts after the month of August if I don't get through them all, but I'm gonna try my best. It's just gonna keep it exciting in the final couple of vlogs to see if I can actually finish my TBR in time. It's all about the suspense. But yes, that is going to complete week 3 of the Magical Readathon. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.